10 hard truths which will blow your mind if you're planning to get inside CDM as a career. And today, I'm here to tell you all of that. But before we get into the specifics about it, my question to you is, why CDM? What attracts you? Let me know in the comment section. Now, for all those who want to make a career in CDM or are confused about CDM versus R&D career, we have made a separate video for that. Please look into that. There we are talking about comparison of R&D career in wet lab and dry lab compared to CDM. That will be a eye-opener. But for those who have now made up their mind and want to get into CDM as a career, let's look at the 10 hard truths. The first one is actually the hardest, and that is, nobody tells you this. Everybody thinks that CDM, clinical data management, is only about data. No, it's about interpretation of the data. Okay, you are not a data entry operator, you are a data detective. You are finding things. The job is being marketed as managing trial data. That's not true. You are interpreting data, you are hunting discrepancies, you are finding problems which exist in the data, you are raising queries and chasing the clinical research associate, finding why did they make a mistake. You are actually looking at pattern and you're good at recognizing them. You are looking using logic, and you are finding all the loopholes using your biology degree. That's where the first hard truth is. And the best part, by the way, is you don't need a degree to become a clinical data manager. A bachelor's degree or a master's degree is more than sufficient. You never need to do a PhD to grow in this field. A 3 months training in clinical data management is more than sufficient. On the top of, if you have done a project well, then you are a hot cake for the clinical data management jobs. And that is where Biotechnica has a training program along with Pharmanica. Details in the comment section. You can chat with me and our team, and you can look at that. But let's come back to the video and look at the second hard truth which nobody is telling you. Clinical data management has less of biological and pharmaceutical knowledge used, but more of software tools usage. So you have to learn how to use EDC tools like Medidata, Rave, Oracle Inform, Veeva Vault, and that's your real qualification. Your real qualification is not your bachelor's or master's degree. Nobody will hire you because you're a master's or M Pharm or a B Pharm. No, they will look at your certification on platforms like Biotechnica and Pharmanica, and that beats all of your theory which you have learned. Now, this might seem unfair, but that's the truth of the industry. Industry doesn't care about degree, industry cares about the skill set. Now, having said that, clinical data management is highly process-driven, highly SOP-driven, and extremely complicated for those who are not methodical. So if you are a person who doesn't like doing things in a methodical way, this job is not for you. So please don't get into this just getting attracted to, okay, there's a lot of money, so let's do it. No, every action you will do here, everything you will do here has to be audit traceable. GCP, 21 CFR Part 11, ALCOA, all this will govern your data on a daily basis. Creativity will be less. Precision is very important. Being methodical is important. So if you are thinking that I'll getting to do new things, no. For that, you have to go into R&D. This is a desk job. This is a work from home job or a office job or a remote job. But high career growth only comes when you have spent years. So in R&D, you have to do a PhD to become a senior scientist, or learn bioinformatics to grow. But here, your growth path is very simple. You become a data manager, then a senior data manager. After a few years, then become a lead data manager, data management manager, and then clinical data management head. And all of this happens over a period of 10 years. So today, if you start as a data manager, you would be a head of CDM 10 years from today. So suppose this is 2026, 2036, you will be the head of CDM for that company. So that is the growth path, and the salary goes up to 50 lakhs per annum. That is good. But the worst part is you have to be methodical. There is less innovation, more of data precision. So that's something you have to keep in mind. Now, the fifth hard truth is this job is global. So of course, you don't get to go in different countries, but most work from home friendly pharma and biotech job, if you have to ask, this is the one. And you can get started at any age. It's not like, okay, only a fresher has to take training and get started. Even if you have a career break, if you take training for 3 months, you can get started, and you get jobs from home. So even if that company is not in your city, you can still do that job. You could be working for a company which is in US, but sitting in Bhatinda. That's the beauty of this particular job. Now, let's look at the salary ceiling. So mostly people think that, okay, there is a growth limit, you cannot grow beyond this. But clinical data management salary starts at 6 lakhs, goes up to 48-50 lakhs if you become a head of the CDM. But it requires a lot of patience. It is hell painful for those who like doing new things, who don't like being systematic. And there is no quick money. You have to wait for 10 years to get to 50 lakhs per annum salary. So that is something, of course, in any biological profession, you will have to face that. In fact, any profession out there has that. Now, coming to the another thing which I have seen is people think that this is a 9-to-5 desk job and after that there's no work. But actually, at times when the clinical trials are running, it can be a high pressure, low glamour, stressful job also. Even though it is work from home, you are playing with maths, you are playing with statistics and modeling and AI, and there's a lot of room for error which you have to avoid, because that then only it goes to the statisticians who will look at your data. Now, another thing which I have seen is AI. That is the eighth truth I would like to highlight. AI is reshaping the CDM, clinical data management role. So this, even though somebody was a senior in clinical data management, it risks to get replaced by someone who knows AI. So AI in CDM is now non-negotiable. You have to learn how to do auto query generation, risk management, risk-based monitoring, AI cleaning or shrinking, manual work, and then future-proofing yourself is very important. You have to learn analytics, you have to learn Python, SAS, R, and not just data cleaning. And the best way to grow here will be learning the tools, especially if you want to get promoted. CDISC tools and standards is very important, like SDTM, CDASH, and CDM, and these are the real key for your promotions. At times this might seem unglamorous, but imagine jumping from a 6 lakhs to a 25 lakhs immediately within 3 years. If you want to get there, then you have to learn all these protocols. One of the worst thing which I have seen about clinical data management jobs is it is stable job, work from home job, high salary job. Still less people know about it. Very less people know, so very less applications come, so companies are limited with the talent, and that is what we want to revolutionize now with Pharmanica and Biotechnica's training program for clinical data management. We are directly tied up with all these companies. We train you and directly place you there, and this is a recession resistant job. I have never seen a clinical data manager getting laid off. However, I have seen star scientists funding drying up and they have to get into another project or apply for a new project. These kind of things happen, but of course not with bioinformatics and computational biology AI, but the old scientists. CDM is great for stability, but frustrating for people who want to do glamorous jobs, innovative jobs, not routine jobs. And that's my honest take on this particular profession. So let me know in the comment section what more you would like to know about clinical data management as a profession. The link is given in the description and the comment section, where I have mentioned the course which is starting from 2nd of July for clinical data management. It is called as AI in clinical data management. And of course, there's a WhatsApp link also through which you can chat with me and our team members and get all your doubts clarified. That's all from this video. Thank you so much and see you in the next one. Till then, keep shining. Bye-bye.